Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another Command Your Day. Come on in the room. Hop on in the room. I hope that y'all had an amazing day yesterday. We still have this platform and we're going to continue to go live. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Whistlet. Good morning to you all. Welcome. Hi, Aline. Good morning. MR, good morning to you. Welcome to Command Your Day. For those of you who are new here, I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor. Welcome to my virtual space. Thank you so much for stopping in the room. Hi, Alyssa. Good morning to you. I want God wisdom. Oh, I love your tag. I love that. I love it. I do. I love that. Welcome to my virtual space. Again, if you're looking for a community that provides you with motivation, valuable insights, and practical strategies for success, you are in the right place. Thank you for stopping by here. Hit the follow button. We're going to continue to grow for the next 75 days that we've been granted. Yes, we've been granted 75 more days on this platform until they decide what to do with it next. But we're going to continue to grow, so hit the follow button. There's also a link in my bio. Good morning, T. Thank you so much for all the hearts. There's a link in my bio. I want you to utilize that link to join my community. Join my community so we can stay connected no matter what happens with these platforms. I want you to be a part of my community. So use the link in my bio to join the Commanders community. And it's not just joining just to join. You get access to valuable resources that will help to propel you to your next level of success. Like today is Saturday. So on Saturday, I sent you out an email with some notes from our live stream during the week. So you also get a PDF version of the affirmations and declarations if you don't have it already, the ones that we use here during our live streams. You get access to that as well on the weekends. All right, now I'm not going to be on here for a whole hour today. I do have a women's conference in Kenya that I have to speak, do a presentation or minister to the ladies right after this live stream. So I'm not going to be on very long today because I do need to prepare for the international conference. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's do our gratitude check-in. So go ahead and drop 3 things in the comments that you are grateful for today. Drop 3 things in the comments that you're grateful for today. This exercise helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. We're not worried about what we don't have or who's not here. We're not worried about that. We're grateful for what we already have. The food in our house, strength to move around, right? So drop in the comments, what are 3 things that you are grateful for? Maybe you are grateful for the common 3, life, health, and strength, right? That's what we say all the time. I'm grateful for life, health, and strength. That's okay. Stay in that space of gratitude because that keeps you in a mindset of abundance. We're not worried about lack. We're not worried about what's not here, who's not here. No, we want to stay in a space of abundance. So let me know in the comments, what are 3 things that you're grateful for today? Maybe it's your home, your car, your job, your business, your kids, your family. What are you grateful for today? Let's stay in a mindset of abundance. Go ahead and drop those 3 things in the comments. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning to you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Hi, Christy. Hi, Bernadette. Good morning to you. So go ahead and drop in the comments your 3 things that you're grateful for. Good morning, Liz. Good night's sleep, health, and peace. Ooh, yes. Grateful for health and my kids. I love it. I love it. Grateful for life. Yes, indeed. Grateful for life. I love it. Thank y'all so much for dropping those in the comments. Now, we've also made a promise to ourselves, and we're on the fast track here. We've also made a promise to ourselves that this is the year that we're going to make bold move. So I want you to type in the comments, I am making bold moves this year. I am making bold moves this year. We're not going to let fear hold us back. We're not going to be overly concerned about what people say about what we're doing or what people say about how we're changing. No, we're not worried about that. We're going to make bold moves. We're not discounting ourselves and putting it off. Oh, I'll do it next year. I'll do it next month. No, we got to get it done, right? We got to get it done. We're in the second quarter already. So if you haven't started working on your goals, you're a little behind. Yes, Liz, I am making bold moves. Yes, indeed. We have made that promise to ourselves and we're going to keep it. So we remind ourselves every day that, you know what? I'm making this bold move. I'm going to write the book this year. I'm going to buy the house this year, right? I'm going to get my finances together this year, like all the way together. So we are going to make our bold moves this year. We're not worried about what others will say. We're not discounting ourselves. We're not operating in fear, right? We're going to make bold moves. All right, let's pray really quickly. We are on the fast track to the end of it. So here we go. I'm going to pray the 23rd Psalm for all of us. And at the end, you can type in the comments, amen. It just says that you agree with the prayer. All right, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for thou art with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. So that is the 23rd Psalm. And again, I encourage you all to keep praying. If you don't know what to pray, pray the scriptures. It works. I promise you it works. Hi, Dion. Good morning to you. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. We're going to move right into our affirmations. If you want a copy of the affirmations, if you want it immediately, see the link in my bio. It says New Dimension. If you click that, the very first option says Commanders Community. If you drop your best email address there, the confirmation email that you get, the affirmations and declarations that we use here will be attached to that email. So if you want a copy of it right now, you can do that. All right. Use the link in my bio to join the Commanders Community. And in your confirmation email, you will get a PDF version of the affirmations and declarations that we use. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Good morning, Miss Melissa. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. Thank you. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read through the list. I am capable. So you got to repeat that to yourself if you're new here, and then type in the comments, I agree. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. And I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. And today, I choose peace. Today, I choose joy. Today, I choose faith. And today, I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. So these are the affirmations that we use every morning to position our mindset so we can take the day on with a positive outlook. Again, thank you so much for typing I agree. Again, if you want a copy of a PDF version of these affirmations, use the link in my bio. If you click that link that says New Dimension, it's going to open up a new page for you. The very first option says Commanders Community. If you drop your best email address there, in your confirmation email will be a PDF version of the affirmations and declarations. All right. Good morning, Lilia. Someone else hopped in here. Code Red RN. Thank you so much for all the roses. I appreciate it. Good morning, Evelyn. All right. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. You can hit the follow button as well. We're going to continue to build here. We've been extended 75 days here on this platform, and I want to make sure that we stay connected. All right. I will continue to go live, and I will continue to build a community. So hit that follow button if you're new here. All right. So let's keep it going. It is Revisit Saturday, so we will look back on a few of these words. Yes, I'm super excited. I was so happy when I saw breaking news. TikTok has been granted 75 days extension. I was very happy when I saw that. I truly was. All right, so it's Revisit Saturday. We're going to look back on, good morning, Larry. A few of the words that we covered this past week. Now, today I can only go over two because, again, I have to speak at a women's conference in Kenya. So as soon as I hop off here, I have to get on a Zoom call for the conference in Kenya. So we can only do two today. We're on the fast track, but I wanted to make sure that I stuck to my words and do a live today. All right. So one of the words that we looked at this past week, for those of you who are new here, I'm live every day, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you can come on back and join us right here on this page right here. So one of the words that we covered this past week was fortitude. Fortitude. Fortitude was one of the words that we looked at this past week. Now, fortitude is the mental and emotional strength to face adversities, obstacles, and challenges without giving up. Yes, thank you for typing that. Thank you. It is courage in action. Fortitude begins with how you think, right? So it starts in the mind. Your mindset determines whether you push forward or give up when you're faced with challenges. Now, instead of you saying, why is this happening to me when something goes wrong? We're no longer going to say, why is this happening to me? But we're going to ask, what is this teaching me? What is this whole situation teaching me? What is this issue with my family teaching me? What is this issue on the job teaching me, right? What is this issue in the relationship teaching me? What is this issue with my finances teaching me? So no longer are we going to say, why is this happening to me? No. You're going to ask, what is this teaching me? Maybe it's telling me that I need to save more. Maybe it's telling me that I need to get my financial situation all the way together, right? Maybe it's telling me that I need to start investing. Maybe it's telling me that, hey, you need to be open to moving somewhere else. Like, what is it teaching me? That's what you're going to ask yourself. And I want you to keep in mind that struggles are temporary. So don't fall under them. Don't fall under the pressure. Struggles are temporary, but growth is permanent. Growth is permanent. right? And growth happens when you learn something. And I always say that what you learn, no one can take that knowledge from you. So again, we're not asking, why is this happening to me? We're asking, what can we learn from this situation? Because what you learn, no one can take that knowledge from you. So find the lesson in every struggle that you face. Find the lesson in every situation that you're going through, no matter how hard it is. No matter how difficult it is, there is a lesson in it. And here's the thing, if you don't learn that lesson, you're gonna have to take the test again. You're gonna have to take the test again. So if you find that there's a pattern or there's a cycle, a negative cycle that you keep passing through, like the same thing just keep happening over and over and over again, there is a lesson there that you have not learned yet. And you're going to keep taking that test until you learn the lesson. So instead of throwing a pity party, which I know it can hurt, especially if it's a case where you feel betrayed, like somebody betrayed you, maybe the lesson is you're letting people in too soon. You're trusting people too quick. Maybe that's a lesson that you need to learn. I know we all have a big heart and we want to help everybody, but if you find that your cycle is people keep betraying you and keep hurting you, maybe the lesson is you need to evaluate those people that you're letting in. No, they're not your best friend in 2 weeks. They're not. You don't know them. In 2 weeks, you really don't know them. All right? So pay attention to things that may be a cycle in your life. It just keeps happening over and over again. There's a lesson that you have not learned, and you're going to keep going through it, because instead of saying, what should I learn from this? You're throwing a pity party and you're like, this always happened to me. This always happened. Every time I try to help somebody, this always happened. No, pay attention. What is the motive behind you helping them? Right? There's a lesson there. What's the condition? Is it that you're feeling guilt from maybe some past situation? This is not on my notes, but somebody probably needs to hear it. Is it that you're feeling guilt from a past situation while you're trying to help somebody to ease that? No, you got to heal from that, because you're going to keep going through the cycle. All right? So pay attention and learn the lessons from whatever situation that you're going through. Because once you gain that knowledge and you understand why you're going through it, right? No one can take that from you. So find the lesson in every situation, in every struggle that you face, and learn the lesson so you don't have to go back through that test. Because again, you're going to keep taking that test until you pass it, until you learn the lesson. You can't get to your next level until you pass that test. All right? And another thing, don't let emotions control your actions. Learn to push through fear, doubt, frustration, because all of that is a part of the journey, but you got to learn to push through it. When you're faced with a tough situation, it's important that you pause, breathe, and take one step forward. Just take one step forward, because you will get through it. If you try to process everything at one time, you will become overwhelmed and anxious, and you cannot think properly or make right decisions when you are in either of those states or those emotions, when they take over, anxiety or feeling overwhelmed. So if you're going through something that is difficult, it's okay to pause, to breathe and clear your head, right? This may take a couple days. You know what? Let me just step back. Instead of being in the heat of the situation where I can't think, I'm making decisions that I may regret down the line. Pause. Take a breath. Clear your head. Settle your emotions before you make a move, before you make a decision. All right? So don't let your emotions control you. Now, fortitude is built by trust, and trusting something greater than you. Trusting in God. Trusting in God. So when you feel weak, lean into your faith, lean into your purpose, and keep going. True fortitude is revealed in how you rise after a fall, because we're gonna fall sometimes. Things are gonna get tough. Life may knock us down, but you can get back up. You can get back up. My aunt always told me that once there's life, there's hope. You may make a mistake right now and things seem crazy, but once there's life, there is hope. You can get back up. You can try again. I think it's Steve Harvey that said that you can totally destroy your life. Totally mess your life all the way up and still rise to the top, still come out successful. All right, still come out successful. So maybe things may look crazy right now, but understand that true fortitude is revealed in how you rise after a fall. People may doubt you even in your fallen state. They may doubt you, but fortitude means staying firm in your vision. You got a vision to get back up. You got a vision to rise. You got some goals that you want to accomplish. Keep going. Get back up. Never mind the doubters, because people are going to doubt you, right? They're going to say things, but stay firm in your vision and your goals and keep moving. What others say about you doesn't define you. Your perseverance does. And your fruit of keep pushing forward and getting to that goal is what's going to define you. Your perseverance, right? Thank you so much for hitting the follow button. Thank you for the hearts. Life with Shar, thank you so much for the hearts. So what others say about you don't define you. Your perseverance does. Yes, stay firm in your vision and your goals. Stay firm. Stick with it. Because as I said yesterday, that you are the one that is going to bed with yourself and waking up with yourself. So you have to live with the decisions that you make. So don't make a decision based on what you think people are going to say. No. Don't make a decision based on what people will say. You got some goals to accomplish. Keep pushing forward. Keep going. So when you're facing adversities, I want you to choose to push instead of giving up. Because if you give up, you will never know what's on the other side, right? You'll never know how it could have been, what it could have felt like. What you could have experienced if you had just pushed a little bit longer to get to the end of the road. Remember, fortitude is not about avoiding struggles. It's about facing them with strength and faith. So keep going. Keep going. Okay, the next word that we're going to look at today that we covered this past week, I'm going to give you a snippet of it. So it's prioritization. That's the other word that we looked at. Prioritization, however you say it. Prioritization, however you say it. It's the ability to focus on what matters most. The ability to focus on what matters most. It's the difference between being busy and being effective. But before we can prioritize effectively, we must know what is important. What do we need to get done now? What is important to us? So here's a game plan that I suggested. It's the Eisenhower Matrix. Some of you may have heard of it before. It's the Eisenhower Matrix. It says, urgent things and important things, you do it now. Get those things done now. Things that are important but not urgent, you want to schedule those things. Schedule to get them done. Urgent but not important, you want to delegate those. If you don't have to have your hand in it, give it to someone else who you know can get it done. All right? Give it to someone else. If it's neither urgent nor important, you want to get rid of them because that's wasting your time. And we can't afford to waste time. Again, we're in the second quarter already. We're in the second quarter already. And if you haven't checked off anything on your goals list, you are behind. You are behind. So you're going to use this game plan. Assess your list. What's urgent and important? Get it done now. What's important but not urgent? Schedule it. Put it on your calendar. Because for some of us that are of a certain age, and I know my picture don't look like it, but I'm of a certain age, I got to put things on my calendar so it gets done. Right? So if it's important but not urgent, you want to schedule it. If it's urgent but not important, which means you don't have to have your hand on it, delegate that. Give it to someone else to get it done. All right? And if it's neither urgent nor important, eliminate it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. All right? Take some time to look at your to-do list and categorize your tasks using this method and watch how your life change. Watch how you find that you have more time to do the things that are important to you. All right? So prioritization is not a one-time decision. You don't just do it once. No, it's a lifestyle. And I teach this in my mentorship. Because if we're going to get ahead, if we're going to check some big things off our list, you have to learn how to prioritize your tasks, the things that you have to get done. So I do teach this in the Action Accelerator. For those of you that are interested in working with me in a mentorship capacity, link is in my bio for the Action Accelerator. I actually teach on this. There's a whole lesson on it in my mentorship program. All right. Now, also consider that what mattered last year may not matter today. Things have changed. Your life has changed. Your priorities have changed. So if there's anything that you're doing right now, that you're doing it just because you've been doing it for the past 3 years, is it really important that you do it this year? I want you to think about that. Is it really important that you do it this year? Because we got some bold moves to make. So think about it. What are you doing today that maybe it was important last year or the year before, but for this year, because you want to be focused on those goals that you want to accomplish, does it really matter that you do it this year? Maybe it's a weekend trip, a getaway that you do annually. Is it important that you do it this year, knowing that you want to buy the house or knowing that you want to start the business? Is it important that you go on this? Maybe it's a girls' trip, right? Is it important that you go on that trip this year? So consider what mattered last year may not matter right now because you want to get to these goals. You're tired of looking on your goals list and you feel like you're behind, but you got to assess your life to see what am I doing that may not be important right now that I can cut out, and in that space I could fit in something that is more productive, something that is going to get me ahead. Old is passed away, behold the new. Yeah, the new is here. Yes, Liz, you're correct. So you want to do an assessment to see what are the practices in my life that maybe a year ago they were important for me to do. Maybe a year ago I had to do it, but right now it's not necessarily important, or it may not be important that you do it in the way that you have been doing it. Maybe it's something that you used to spend 5 hours per week doing this thing. But today, in this time, and considering the goals that you want to accomplish, you may not need to spend 5 hours doing that. Those 5 hours you could be spending that getting a new certification that would position you to get a promotion, right? So you got to think about your life, think about the activities that you've been doing consistently and see, does this really matter for this year? Is it important that I continue to do this thing in this year, being that there are some big goals that I want to accomplish, right? I want to start the business. I want to purchase the home. I want to make some time so I can write this book and actually publish it because it's been on my heart for 5-10 years, right? What is something in my life that I can cut out? Like, it's not important that I do it right now, or it's not important that I continue to do it in the way that I used to do it. Can I cut back so I can make room for these bold moves that I'm trying to make this year? All right. So keep refining your focus because this will get you ahead instead of keeping you in old cycles. All right. So do an assessment of your life and of your schedule and of the activities that you do and see, what am I doing that I don't necessarily need to do it to the extent that I've been doing it, because I need to make room for me to grow and do something new. All right. If you struggle with getting things done, work on important tasks when you have the most energy. So if you're a morning person, get it done in the morning. This will prevent delays and setbacks for important tasks that you need to get done. Oh, you needed that. Thank you for showing up so you could receive it. Thank you so much for showing up so you could receive it. All right. So prioritization is one of the keys to success. Again, which is why I teach this in my mentorship. I have a whole lesson and worksheet on prioritization. So again, for those of you who need a mentor in the season, you can enroll in the Action Accelerator. The link is in my bio. So prioritization is one of the keys to success, not because it adds more to your plate, but because it removes distraction. It removes things that are not necessarily urgent or important right now. You're very welcome, Lilia. You're welcome. So it removes distraction, things that are not important. Because if you really sit down and think about it, some of the things that we do every day, every week, that we spend time doing, they're not really important, right? So you got to figure out, what can I cut out? What can I stop spending money on that I don't really need to spend money on this year, so I can save up enough to get this business up and off the ground? Or what can I cut back spending on so that I can save more or invest more? So you got to sit down and do some prioritization of the things in your life. All right? So you don't need more time. You need more focus. So prioritize what matters to you. To you, not everybody else, because we all have a big heart and we make decisions considering everybody else. But at some point, you got to get to the space where you say, you know what? I really need to think about me. Like, what do I want? Where do I want to go? And what am I doing to get there? Am I putting in focused time to get to my goals? Things that makes me happy. Sometimes we got to get to that space, right? We got a big heart and we want to help everybody and we put everybody first. We stretch ourselves for other people. But then when it comes to us, and again, the book that I read the other day that really shifted my mindset, and I know you're reading it as well, Liz, I Love Me More. That's a great book to read. Like, we go the extra mile for everybody else. But sometimes we got to stop and say, you know what? This is a priority for me. This is a dream that I've had. I've always wanted to be an author. I got a strong story to tell. So can I make some time to sit down and put pen to paper so I can get this out? Yes, self-care is very important. It is. You got to make yourself a priority. All right? So think about the goals, the dreams that you have, and also consider the things that you're doing that are not necessarily important right now. You don't have to do it this year. You can cut that out this year so that you can make room for something that really matters to you and get it done. All right. So that's prioritization. So I'm just going to do those 2 words for today. I will send these notes out. So be sure that you're on my mailing list. Again, use the link in my bio. It says New Dimension. If you click on that link, it's going to open up a new page, and the very first option says Commanders Community. If you put your best email address there and your name, later today I will send out these notes to my community. So if you want to be on the list to get access to these notes that I just went over, join my mailing list so that you can get access to it. All right? Awesome. So we're on the fast track. Let's set our intentions for today. Again, we're making bold moves and we want every day to count. So think about that goal that you're working on and consider 3 things that you can do today to get you 3 steps closer to the goal that you want to accomplish. So if it's the book that you want to write, maybe today will be the day that you pick a color, that you get the cover design, right? You decide what font you're going to use, or maybe deciding how you're going to publish it. Are you going to be a self-published author, or are you going to find a publishing company? Maybe it's a promotion that's on your goal for this second quarter. Do you feel like you're ready? Do you have any certification that will position you well for it? Maybe you can take a class. I'm happy your live came across my FYP. It is a blessing. Oh, thank you so much for showing up. I'm happy that you're here. I'm live here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm right here every morning. I'm so happy that you showed up. You can hit the follow button so you will get the notification whenever I go live. All right. So think about that goal that you want to accomplish, maybe for the second quarter, and get 3 things done today that will get you 3 steps closer. So you can do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. Or if you are the person that can sit down and get all 3 of them done, do that. If you need help, if you need systems, if you need support, you can join my mentorship, the Action Accelerator. The link is in my bio, or maybe you want to work with me in a one-on-one capacity. That is also possible. You can book a one-on-one with me as well. My calendar is on that very same link. My goal is education in France. So I'm going to study. Okay, awesome, Lilia. Awesome. I love that. That's a great goal to have. So you can work with me through my mentorship or in a one-on-one capacity. If you're on here and you're considering starting in the social media space, oh, thank you, Liz. Liz is a part of my program. She says that it's worth it. And I believe that it truly is. It truly is worth it. What you gain from it, what you learn, and the goals that you accomplish will absolutely change your life. Not because it's my program, but because it worked for me and it's working for all those who are enrolled in the program. They're actually seeing results in their lives. All right. So I want to help as many as I'm able to help. So again, to work with me, you can enroll in my mentorship, the Action Accelerator. Link is in the bio. You can book a one-on-one session with me. It's on the same link that's in my bio. I also have a social media mastermind that is coming up on May 24th. So if you're considering starting live streams or building a brand in the social media space, you can join me on May 24th for the social media mastermind. If you need clarification on any of these, if you have any questions, you can DM me. I do respond to my DMs. All right. Or there's an option below the link in my bio that says email. You can send me an email and ask whatever question you have, and I'll be happy to answer you. All right. Awesome. Good morning, Pinky. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right. Let's make some decrees really quickly. And I've got to go. I have got to go and do my final preparation for this conference. Okay. So I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. There's so much power in agreement. When we get together, we agree on these words, and we do see the manifestation of it in our lives. So here we go. I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. So here we go. I decree that all things will work together for our good. I decree that the plans of God to prosper us, to give us hope and a future is made manifest. I decree that God has given us the power to make wealth, and not many days hence we will see tangible results in our hands. I decree that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I decree that God shall supply all our needs. I decree that God will open up the windows of heaven and pour us out a blessing that we won't have room enough to receive. I decree that we prosper and that we're in good health even as our souls prosper. I decree that God will make all grace to abound, and that we have all sufficiency in all things, and we abound in every good work. I decree that we have good success. I decree that we eat the labor of our hands. I decree that our case is different. We have favor with God, which gives us speed. I decree that we're happy and it is well with us. And I want you to make this one personal. If you are new here, what we do, we type in the comments, I am happy and it is well with me. Even if you don't feel it, because everything may not be perfect in your life right now, I still want you to say it. I am happy and it is well with me. You have the power and the authority to shift your internal atmosphere. I am happy and it is well with me. If you think happy thoughts, you will feel happy. If you speak happiness over yourself, you will experience that. That's the power in your words. I am happy and it is well with me. Yes, yes, I am happy and it is well with me. And here's the final one on this list. I decree that we are empowered to prosper according to the blessings released to Isaac in Genesis 26:13. We will become rich and our wealth will continue to grow until we become very wealthy. That's the scripture. We believe it, we declare it over our lives, and we will see the manifestation of it in our lives. So that is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we understand that anything is possible when we have the right mindset and the will to do what we say we're going to do. So get those 3 things done. Thank y'all so much for typing. I agree. Get those 3 things done today. Maybe you need to update your resume. Maybe you need to do some research online. Maybe one of those 3 things is reaching out and asking about my programs. I'd be happy to answer you. And I am taking new clients. Thank you so much. You have a great Saturday as well. It's going to be a busy day for me. I have couple of events for today. All right, but I want you to take today on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things, expect answered prayers, expect promotion and increase. Because again, anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do the thing that you said you're going to do. Happy to help anyone. There we go. Jasmine is offering help in the comments. She'd be happy to help anyone with resume. She wants to stay busy. So if you are the one that wants to update your resume, Jasmine is in the comments. Connect with her. I love that, Jasmine. Thank you for putting that there. Connect with her and she'll be happy to help with resume updates. All right. So connect with her so she can help you. Remember to get on my mailing list. I will send the notes out later today that we just went over. So use the link in my bio. I see the list is still growing on here because somehow you all are putting your email address on the platform instead of on the link. So use the link in my bio to put your email address in the section that says Commanders Community. I will send out the notes today. And again, if you have any questions about working with me, send me a DM and I'll be happy to answer you. All right, have an amazing day. I've got to go. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time.